Yo, welcome to the NFC Championship game, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome. Yes, I do also stream LFG. I didn't stream any today, though, because I was working on some stuff, but this game was late enough to where I could take it. Go ahead, put your predictions in the prediction. I got that set up for y'all. I also forgot to end the one from last stream, but it's ended now, obviously. We got the Detroit Lions versus the Washington Commanders, which should be hopefully a good game. I swear to God, if I go 0-4 with games and have 4 straight games be blowouts, I'm gonna be so mad. But yeah, hopefully we should be good to go. I think the game is getting started. It's gonna take a lot. I mean, Washington blew out their opponents last night, so who knows? Maybe that'll happen again, or maybe it won't happen again. Maybe we'll get a super close game that's down to the wire. That's the hope. Let me also frickin' where's my... Let me see if I can grab something. Where's the YouTube? Crap, do I not have a YouTube link anywhere? Thought I did, dang it. Well, I can't find it, so whatever. I'll do whatever. Yeah, open up the prediction. We get the prediction going. Apparently it's pretty split right now. We got essentially 50-50. 160 points on Detroit, 100 points on Washington. So I've heard. Yeah, after this, I'm probably not getting the Super Bowl for AFL. I don't feel like I deserve it. I've only streamed 4 games. for them so far for this league, so I don't feel like I deserve the Super Bowl yet. Yeah, who knows? Maybe they'll give it to me anyways. Probably not. I don't think I deserve it, but not my decision. Assuming I don't, which is my assumption, I'm going to be going full in on LFG, especially since the LFG postseason is actually starting soon. It's starting on the 9th, I believe, of this month. So I'm going to be going all in on that. And have some big plans for that as well. But yeah. LFG is my main league, I'll be fully honest with you. Mainly because Football Fusion's my main game. That's the main game I stream for. And also, to put it simply, I don't know, LFG I've just streamed for like 2 years now. It's the only league I know of that I streamed back then that still exists. HFA I used to stream for. Apparently the founder of that league was actually a very, not good person, let's just say. Who the hell knows what happened to CFG? I know that league, even back then, had a lot of problems with controversy and drama and stuff. CBFL, I know, closed because they just didn't want to do it anymore. Yeah, and that's about all I know, but I mean, I guess there's PFL, but no one streams PFL. Nobody streams PFL. PFL is just dead. Yeah, also, side note, check out the YouTube. I'm gonna put in a... Yeah, I'm gonna... If this game's good, there'll be a highlights video of it on there. Again, depends if this game's good. Spangs League? Yep, that one. Man, like, I would stream for it more. The problem is, like, no one streams for it. How do I do this loop videos? It's literally just a looping MP4. It's just an MP4 that loops. It's pretty simple. Said start stream up. The stream is started. I can't exactly make them start the game any sooner. I'm not a player, I'm a streamer. Are you custom making? Yeah. I have to export it for every single team, but the whole thing is once I have the graphic exported, it's just there. So if I ever stream Washington or Detroit again, I already have the graphic for it. PFL, I feel like, is one of those that, like, I don't even know what happened to it. It's not very well made for streamers. I remember back when I streamed it. This is not me, like, shit-talking the league, by the way, so I make that clear. It's just pointing out the differences. That league, I know back then, had it set up to where there were no uniform requirements in the regular season, which made it hard to commentate. I think it's a bit stricter now. But I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure. LFG, I feel like, even in the regular season, I've streamed a bunch of games, and a bunch of them have genuinely been really good. But, yeah. Here we go. Game is underway. The NFC Championship game. I mean, this is where it comes down to. This determines who will be in the Super Bowl. Thank you, Run Nasty, for the follow. Jake TZ13, Des VM, and Carter that was yesterday. Never mind. But yeah, man, like, dude, unironically, I kind of want to start my own FF3 league, sorry. Simply on the principle that there's just a lot of things I wish certain leagues did. Like, LFG, I'd say, is the most streamer-friendly league. Like, they provide you with documents that have all the team colors and all the team uniform and all the team logos. You don't have to download them from the server, from the emojis. It's so nice. No other league does that. And this quarterback's going right, gonna dive out of bounds. Congrats on the conference championship. Thanks. I wasn't gonna think I was gonna get it, but then two separate guys like at Ruby Sports Network, are you gonna stream him? Like, oh, okay, I guess I will. Second and 15, jumping back, gonna throw short, caught by the guy at the line of scrimmage, gonna get the first down, trying to get to the outside, not gonna be able to. First down, Washington. Time to focus on the game now. First and 15 at the 40. Rolling left this time, going left side, almost picked off, right over the defender's head. Barely went over his head. I feel like in Football Fusion that could have been picked. But different games, different rules. First down, now at the 34 of Detroit. Rolling right. He's about to get sacked, and a throw out of a sack, though, in the middle of the field. Avoids two tackles, going to the outside, barely, was not able to. Why don't I make a custom score bug? Because I'm going to be fully honest with you. It's set up weirdly in this game. For whatever, like, why does it say first quarter? Every other game, it's just first. So that makes it hard to convert any of my pre-existing score bugs to work with this game. I'd have to make a brand new one, which takes a while for me. I have to actually design it, make the animations work. No, I cannot, because that entire text is centered. So I don't know where it's to be placed. It's complicated. And Washington just scored the touchdown. Well, they didn't take very long. I'm going to focus on the game now. But the point I'm making is that it's a lot more complicated for me than it would seem. I wouldn't do what everyone else does, and they just put a little overlay on top of the real one. No, it's fully... You can't just show first? What do you mean you can change what the score bug says? Like, in-game, with settings, no scripts. Because if that's the case, that'd be pretty big. They're going for two again. Washington, as you saw last night, they love doing this. And if he picked off in the end zone, they're not going to get it. And he's going to have a return here. Does he have the blockers to return this all the way? He will not. But that's still a failed two-point conversion for Washington. They're only going to be up by 6. You just do first. Well, all right. Well, let me know in chat. It's like you would crop first. Let me know in Discord. I'll look into it. But right now, it's time to focus on the game. That's what my job is to focus on the game and commentate. I don't use scripts. That's my thing. Even for Football Fusion, I don't use scripts. I do it all vanilla in OBS. Nothing else. That's part of what I'm so proud of, is I can have custom score bugs and stuff even without scripts. It's just a lot harder. 2nd and 9. Reagan's dropping back and throw, middle of the field, caught! That's going to be a big gain for Detroit, diving down in Washington territory. I'm expecting a good game here. I'm sure everyone else is. I'd be very disappointed if I stream 4 games of this league and all 4 end up being blowouts. Reagan dropping back, looking as the guy middle of the field again, and that's where he's going again. Gonna be in the red zone now, just short of the end zone. First and goal at the 11 about. Looking to punch it in, potentially take a 1-point lead if they can punch in and get the extra point. Might go short here, no, going back to the end zone, overthrown, incomplete. That was a field goal, that would have been 3 points, but I don't think he can throw the ball on a field goal. 2nd and goal, looking to take the lead potentially. Gonna fire, comeback, right sideline, gonna be just short of the end zone. 3 yards short. This will be 3rd and goal now. Handing it off, and they'll get it. Touchdown, Detroit. With the extra point, they can go up by 1, if that's what they go for. That's what they'll be going for. Very smart. Take the early lead. But it's going to be blocked. You've seen 1 block so far as last night. This one will not be. Detroit will have a 1-point lead. I have thought of doing a tutorial for how I do my stuff, but the problem is, I'm going to be fully honest, most 99% of people would not be able to do what I do because you have to be very exact and know exactly what you're doing in order to make it work and make it work well. Most people, I've noticed, not trying to toot my own horn here, but most people I feel aren't knowledgeable enough about OBS and stuff to pull off the stuff I do, because I do a lot of unintended stuff, just kind of cheating my way to do stuff, which most people wouldn't be able to do and wouldn't be able to figure out. Now it's Washington's turn to try and take back the lead. And that's a pretty good way to start this drive. But yeah, that's what I mean. Even just being mid at it, you're not good enough. You need to know exactly what you're doing. It's very, very hard to set up. Also, yeah, I'll do that now. I don't, feature Corey, Javon, Sun, Pad, Sport Network. I don't know why I'm here. Seeing Demons and Saucy with the follows. They're running the play clock down all the way down to 2 seconds before they finally hike it. Timing rolling right. Got a guy in his face. Running out of time here. Gonna fire short to the middle. What? What just happened? Huh? If. The entire chat's saying if. Illegal formation. Okay. There was a flag. Oh, there's no flag graphic? Oh, that's so dumb. Well, the flag's not going to affect them at all. They got the first anyways. Well, it didn't even matter. They got it anyways. Idiot. Guys, chill. I don't know all the rules yet. I don't know how this game works fully. I'm just going with my Football Fusion knowledge. And I'll be short anyways. In this league, they just new play. Oh, okay. That explains it. Yes, I'm very new to Football Universe. I'm mainly a Football Fusion guy. Well, that was a very easy run. The blocks held up perfectly there. Easy had the right side. And they'll retake the lead here off that run. They're definitely going for 2. They always do. I have yet to see a point where Washington has not gone for 2. If they get this, they'll be up by 7. My name in LFG is just the same. It's just Jordan. Ruby Sports Network, I don't know. Going left corner, is on the money, it is! They get the 2-point conversion, they're up by 7 now. They have done that play a couple times. It did it a couple times last night, and it tended to work very well. It works again there. So far, it's been very back and forth, but as we saw last night, it can appear like the game's be back and forth, but as soon as that second or third quarter hits, teams tend to just pull away. So it's not just about starting with great momentum. You have to keep that momentum and not make any mistakes later on. And a mistake I saw last night was from Seattle. Is they just switched off their game plan midway through the game. They just completely changed their game plan and start throwing a crap ton of picks. If you got something that's working, don't go off it. That's something you need to know at this point in the playoffs. And they're going to be going quick to the right side to Jasper. That's going to be just short of the first down. Second in inches now. Reagan looking. He might have someone left. That's where he's going. And that should be on the money. It is. Barely caught from behind. Otherwise, he would have been gone for the touchdown there. But that's going to put him barely in the red zone at the 19-yard line of Washington. Looking to potentially tie the game. Comeback route right side. Gain of 11. Going to be within the 10 now at the 8. Both these two teams have been very prolific on offense. And again, the moment I say that, they lose 1 yard off the QB run. 3rd and 5 at the 9. You don't want to settle for a field goal at this point in the game. You know it's be very back and forth with touchdowns. They won't need it. They got the first, but they're just shy. They're at like the centimeter line. There's like a millimeter between them and the end zone. Tried to run again, and it's going to fail again. They tried that twice that drive, and both times it failed. But they didn't get the first either way. That's all that really mattered. You still have 3 more chances to get in the end zone. Oh, for some reason I thought that was a cutscene. I was like, what the heck is this? They're going to try the handoff again. This time it works. 3rd time's the charm for Detroit. With the extra point, they'll tie this up at 14 if they take the extra point. I don't know, I can see them not taking the extra point, going for 2. Yeah, considering they know Washington's going to keep doing it. So they want to keep the pressure on Washington. They're just going to lob it to the corner. They got a bajillion guys there, and they're going to get it! No! Didn't get the feed in! He caught it above everyone, but couldn't get the feed in, and it's going to be no good. So they're only up. They're not even up. They're just down by 1. He did dive out of bounds. Now, I'm going to say, even though I've only seen this game 4 times, I've seen people do that all the time in Football Fusion. It's somehow a common theme between both games. I feel like there's a lot of mistakes that are common between the 2 games, and that's definitely one of them. Now, Washington's in a good spot, up by 1. Can they keep the pressure going right side, diving forward to get the first, I believe that is. Yep, they did get it there. So far, both these 2 offenses have had no trouble getting the touchdowns. Going deep, they got someone trying to get left sideline, not be able to once again caught before he could get outside. Both these defenses have done a good job of, stopping plays before they get to that point. Right side, comeback, gonna be just short of the red zone. Oh my god! Thank you for the 5 gift subs. Run nasty, thank you so much. Left corner, caught, touchdown, Washington. And then we're going for 2, which will put them up by 2 scores, actually. Because right now they're up by 7. With the 2-point conversion, it would put them up by 9. They're not, nope, they're doing it, nope. Well, that started a hype train. This is the 3rd ever on RSN. Thank you so much for all the gift subs. Can Washington get the 2-point conversion, though, is the question. This would put them up by 9. Diming looking, firing, and this would be no good. Receiver couldn't get to where he needed to be in time. I think what happened is he just got blocked. Not literally blocked, but, he just ran into a guy and was able to get it. So, Detroit's only down by 7. That's still a 1-score game. Very, very manageable. And the thing I keep in mind is Detroit gets the ball at the start of the second half. So, if they play their cards right, they could take the lead at the start of the second half. But they do have to play their cards right. And not make any dumb mistakes. He might have a guy burning deep. That's where he's going. And that's going to be a bit off the mark. Yet, I saw that guy up the middle was a burning, but you would have to place that ball really well. Unfortunately for Reagan, he placed it a little too far forward. Going right side, caught. Going to be an 11-yard gain. Going to put him about 4 yards away from the first down. 3rd and 4. Should be easy to pick up. Has a couple options here. Going right side, and he's going to get the first. I don't think this is milkable, but if Detroit goes quick enough, then maybe if Washington also goes too quick, they would have time to get the ball back and score again. They might go... I don't know. Cool. Reagan once again rolling left. Trying to look, go and come back left side, and that's the first. Yep, 2 yards past the first down. Gonna put him in Washington territory now. About 2:20 left in this first half. Also, thanks for the comments on the commentary. I know I'm very late. I'm very proud of it. That's one of the things I did well, I think. Right sideline, there you go again. And now you got about 2 minutes and 15 left in the red zone. Gotta go quick. You gotta make sure you have enough time at the end of this half to get the ball back, potentially score, to set up you taking the lead in the second half. Going short. Got Jasper again. Gonna put him at about the 5. Just short of the end zone. Under 2 minutes now in the half. Reagan's gonna try and take it himself. And he's a yard short. But that's still the first. The clock is running, though. You gotta keep in mind the clock. Reagan's going for it again, and they got it! Touchdown, Detroit. With the extra point, they'll tie it at 20, or do they go for the 2-point conversion? Do they go aggressive like Washington's been doing? No, they will not. They'll be up and good. 2020. Oh, you play for Green Bay. Oh, neat. I've streamed a good several Green Bay games for LFG this season. Somehow they've lost almost all of them. There's one game I streamed for them where they won. But I swear, every time I streamed a Green Bay game, it was always a really good game. I mean, for crying out loud, that Lansing Green Bay game, I'd say is one of the best games I've ever streamed here on RSN. The highlights video for that is on the YouTube. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You can head over and subscribe. I upload highlight videos and stuff. Now this game comes down, well, this half comes down to how long Washington takes on this drive. They got about a minute 30 to burn off the clock. If they can, though, they'd want to run on this clock at this point in the game. Going deep middle, got a guy past midfield, trying to get outside, once again can't. Again, both these defenses have done a great job stopping plays before they get to the outside. Because if you get outside with the blockers, you can get some big yardage off of that. Neither of these offenses have been able to do that just yet, though. Rolling right, Diamond's going to go back in the end zone, that's overthrown. I will question, you probably don't want to score this quickly if you're Washington. You want to have a slow drive. You want to make sure you score last so that Detroit can't take the lead in the second half. And they're going to get the first off of that line of scrimmage play. 1st and 15 at the 35. Got about a minute left. There you go. 1 minute warning. We got a hype chest. We got level 2, and it's a button thing. Thanks, Twitch, I guess. I don't know. Your second string before your starting line of scrimmage. Good for you. I remember I tried to get into a league. I played like one game for a league named, I think it was CFG. And I was fine-ish. Although I did miss an easy catch in the end zone, which would have been a touchdown. Yeah. I do want to learn sometime how to play at the league level. As I stated, Washington is doing the smart thing. They're running this clock. Again, it's what you want to do. You want to stay with the lead. You don't want to give Detroit a chance to take the lead. And yeah, Diamond's just going to scramble. And the question is Detroit... Yeah, Detroit's going to call their timeout. Their first timeout of the half. But Washington can easily burn this clock. They've got they're not even in the red zone yet. They have, 24 yards to burn 20 seconds. That is very doable. If you're Detroit, I guess you're hoping that you force Washington to score quickly, or maybe you stop them. I don't know. What is the call here for Detroit? Do you let them run the clock? I don't know. Clock stopped. Why'd the clock stop? Center was not in front of the quarterback. Oh, it's a penalty. I think they're debating in the chat. Let's see what they go with. I think they're gonna be going back to a 3rd and 10. Yep, there we go. So a flag on Washington calls that back. It's be 3rd and 10 at the 30. With 20 seconds left, if Detroit can hold them for 2 plays, they can get the ball back for a chance to maybe try a Hail Mary. Well, they're not going to get the chance. They got the first. But that is going to put them at the 13. I guess if you're Detroit, you should just let the clock run. Hope you could stop them. Yeah, this will definitely be the last play of the half. If you're Detroit, you need to stop. Or are they going for the field goal? Are they going for the field goal? Only reason you'd call it timeout is if you're taking a field goal. I guess not. I guess they just wanted more time to think about the play, huh? I thought they would have just called it right with 1 second left, but no, they want the touchdown. Well, let's see. Can Detroit hold them off? Going left corner. Caught. They cannot. Touchdown, Washington. That has been like their signature move this playoffs. Has been the corner route to the left corner of the end zone. It has been very killer. And they get the touchdown there. And they're going for 2 again. They always do. Can they pick this one up? Detroit has stopped them once before. Going back in the end zone, gonna be stopped again there. So Detroit can take the lead in halftime. I mean, at the second half, if they score and get the extra point. Because Washington's only up by 6. Well, I'll just say this is so far the closest game I've had entering halftime. Every other game I've streamed has been not very close entering halftime, but today has been different. In a game like this, you gotta stay consistent. Also, thank you, Culum X for following, and Only RKO, Reese. And again, thank you for the 5 gift subs, Run Nasty. I called that out earlier, but I'm calling it out again. Thank you. We're up to 96 viewers. That's the most I've had in a long while. Thank you all so much. Well, it's going to come down to, can Detroit keep up their momentum? Washington's shown they can keep up theirs. Can Detroit do the same? Thank you, Muskier and Metal Broom, for following. Most viewers have had is probably like 200 or 300 from streaming one of the Legendary Bowls I've covered. I don't remember for sure. Going deep, that's going to be on the mark! He has nobody, it's a touchdown! Massive touchdown for Detroit, going deep middle, and the defender couldn't tackle him. And if the extra point, Detroit could take their first lead of the game. They had a chance earlier to take the lead, and they failed. Can they do it here? Extra point is up and good. Barely snuck through the right upright. Detroit is up by 1 off the deep bomb down the middle. You know, I remember at one point I had a tier 5 hype train, which is funny because that game, I don't even remember what game that was. I don't remember. It was some game. I've had some classics, and I'm hoping to get the Legendary Bowl this season for LFG, so follow and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to see that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Washington needs to keep up their momentum now. It's going to be very back and forth from here on out if either of these teams want to stay in it. He's got a guy deep left, right corner, right side, and that's be picked! He threw it straight to the defense! First turnover of the game, and it works for Detroit! I don't know what was Diming doing there? Jaden, whatever, what? He threw it straight to him, and that's going to really turn the tables. So far, both teams have had consistent... No, it's back! Right back! Washington gets it right back! What a pick! Well, hush my mouth! It went right back. Now Washington once again has the ball. Back-to-back picks. I was about to say Detroit had a chance to take a big lead, and never mind. Diming has a second chance. Going deep right side. He's got a guy. Already a big play to get the momentum back on their side. You need a big play like that to put the momentum back on your side. Nothing really open here. Going left sideline. Going to be tackled through the end zone. I was trying to say no one's open in the end zone, I was trying to say. Well, at this point, in this field position, you got to watch the corner. Washington keeps doing it. They're going to be going with the run. You're going to get 4, putting them at about the 4-yard line. Gotta watch the corner, gotta watch the run. They're trying to get to the outside, and they're gonna get it! Touchdown, Washington. They retake the lead off of the back-to-back picks, where they threw a pick and Detroit threw a pick right back. And now they are going to be up by 5, potentially 7, pending the 2-point conversion. Going corner. No, they're not going to get it. They're only up by 5. He threw the he threw the ball too early. His receivers didn't get to the corner in time. How do they pick who gets the Legendary Bowl? I don't know, actually. It's just funny because I'm one of the heads of the streaming department now. I don't know how. I just am. I don't know. I think it's just kind of... I don't know yet. I just know that the Legendary Bowl this season might have already been decided. I'm not sure yet. Well, not decided yet. Hasn't been decided yet, as far as I know. I said the wrong thing. Well, now it's just going to come down to who scores last. And that's going to be a bit out of bounds, a bit too out. Now it's 3rd and 6. I agree with Front Nasty in chat. You can't do risky plays at this point in the game. It's become very clear this is going to be a back and forth affair. You got to take care of this ball. If you throw a pick, your chances go down. Tries to scramble for it to be a yard short. I believe this is the first 4th down all game. And it's happening midway through the 3rd quarter. Can they pick it up? They need to. Reagan dropping back, rolling left, going, firing left sideline. Caught! What a catch! What a phenomenal catch on the left sideline to keep the drive alive. That was incredible. Detroit drive is still alive. Reagan dropping back, looking to go left sideline again. No, picked off this time. Trying to do the same thing again. This time it backfired. 3rd pick of the game, 2nd pick thrown by Detroit. And now things are looking not good for Detroit. You're giving Washington a chance to take a 2-score lead for the first time today. I'm going to drink some water. Going deep middle, got a receiver. And, well, there they go. They're already in Detroit territory. If you're Detroit, I don't know. Do you play aggressive on defense? You might have to. You gotta play for the pick. You gotta play for the turnover. They got the sack! Well, that might be what they needed. First sack, true big sack of the game. And it's gonna push Washington down to a 2nd and 36. That might be the defensive play they needed. Washington has a lot of yards to gain in order to keep this drive alive. Got a guy in his face. Diming is still rolling. Firing deep middle. Can Washington pick? No! Caught! I thought that was picked! How did that... How? What? I think Detroit played aggressive, wanted the pick. They should have just deflected that away or something. And now Washington has the first! Gonna be at the goal line now. Detroit had a chance to end that drive, but they went too aggressive. And now Washington's about to take a 2-point lead, and they were barely stopped short there. Handing off again, and they got it. 2-score lead now for Washington. That's the 2nd time now where Washington has scored off a pick thrown by Detroit. And now they could be up by 13 if they get the 2-point conversion. Doesn't really matter if they get the 2-point conversion or not. Either way, Detroit has to score 2 touchdowns to take the lead. And they can't tie, so it really doesn't matter either way. It's just changing whether they're down by 11 or 13. Diming rolling right, going end zone again, incomplete. They have failed, I think, at least 3 or 4 2-point conversions now today. Their 2-point conversion percentage isn't very good today, which is probably good for Detroit. That's part of why they're kind of barely in this game still. I don't know how common multiple score comebacks are, but Detroit needs one now because they're gonna be entering halftime. They'll be entering the 4th quarter down by 2 scores, undoubtedly. Reagan got a guy in his face. He's gonna have to throw this soon. Going left sideline again, caught, and it's gonna be tackled at about the 45. That was very risky, very risky. The defense is very close to picking that off. Under 30 seconds left in the quarter. Reagan rolling left this time. Going middle. Caught by Jasper. Essentially a 50-50 there. Had 2 players right there. One for Detroit, one for Washington. And Detroit, thankfully for them, were the ones who came down to fit. They're going decently quick. Reagan stepping up, going left corner. Incomplete. Looked like I don't know, they might have. Are they going fast intentionally? Or do they just think they had it? I don't know. Rolling right this time, going right corner this time. Again, overthrown, incomplete. Now it's 3rd and 15. They keep trying to go with the deep bomb. Gotta play safe. Comeback route, got the first. And now it should be at the 20-yard line, entering the 4th quarter. 4th quarter, Lions are down by 11 points. They have the ball, though, and I don't even know how likely it is to get onside kick, but they're going to need one, or a turnover. Reagan rolling right. Going to be firing left corner. Is a guy open. Caught! Touchdown, Detroit! They used Washington's own play against them. Wide open left corner, and Detroit brings it down to 1 score. Are they going to be going for 2, though? Going for 2 will put them down by 3. Well, yeah, they are. Can they get it? They have everyone piled up on the right corner. Reagan's looking, get fired back in the end zone. No one's home. I don't know what the plan was there. And they're not be going for the onside right now. Really? Well, that's not good for them. Yeah, why didn't he run it, too? He had the lane. He could have tried it, dove in, probably would have gotten it. Instead, threw it to literally nobody. Under 3 minutes. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. I still get the FF3 and football universe rules mixed up sometimes. That's my bad. Well, again, Washington's in a good spot unless they throw a pick. Wide open midfield. Already in Lions territory. Barely. This might be good for Detroit, though. If Washington scores quickly, the quicker Washington scores, the more time Detroit will have to try and take the lead again. Going deep again. And it's going to already put them in the red zone, yeah. By the way, thank you, Habo, Mouse, Kingsway, and AFL Network for following. Diamond's going to be scrambling for it. Scrambles left side, goes out of bounds. Just stop the clock at 3:19. Detroit, I don't know if you want do you want the pick at this point? I don't know. I mean, yeah, you would, but you're got to watch the clock. Because if you get the pick here and score, Washington will have time to get the ball back and potentially win. I don't know what the game plan is here. 3rd down, gonna get the first, but it's gonna be just short of the end zone. 3 minutes left in the game. Washington's about to score. Handoff. No, stopped. They stopped it. 2nd and goal instead. Handing off again. They got it this time. Well, now Washington's back up by 2 scores. But Detroit's got about 3 minutes left to try and make a comeback. Can they do it? But once again, it's going to come down to, can Washington get the 2-point conversion? They're up by 11 right now. 13 potentially if they get this. Going right corner. Incomplete again. Their 2-point conversion percentage so far today has been really not good. They have failed a lot of them. I don't think the Lions can take their time. They got 3 minutes. You would need the onside no matter what, because I don't see them getting a turnover on Washington. You need that onside kick. So, you have 3 minutes. That's more than enough time, in my opinion. But can he actually score here? Going left sideline. That's overthrown. Incomplete. Thank you for the 22 bits, by the way. Y-Cat? Hopefully I said that right. I don't know if I did. Also, thank you for the follow as well. Lions are in a bad spot here. Going deep. Is that on the money? No. Picked off, and that'll probably end it. Why? This is the same thing we saw Seattle do last night, where they just made unnecessary risks for no reason. Why would you throw that down by 11 with 2 minutes 30 left? That is an incredibly stupid throw to make. Why? That is just a really dumb decision that probably ends your season if you're Detroit. Washington now is probably going to be going to the Legendary Bowl, to the Super Bowl. Unless they get a miracle pick here, which I don't think they're going to get. Washington's been very good at keeping the ball safe today. See, look at that. Got a guy. And, yeah, they'll be at past midfield now. Also, Jesus Christ, thank you for the 71 bits. And then feature Corey with the 67 bits. That's a total of like 200 bits or something total across everyone so far. Well, Detroit, you have to hope you get a pick or a turnover or a fumble or anything. And like you would have had the chance there, the defender started going back, if he had come forward there, he could have picked that off. He had such a good chance there, and he blew it. Yet another mistake from Detroit. And yeah, your chances are falling apart the longer this game goes, and they're going to be running the clock now. Sliding down. That's probably it, I think. Also, thank you for the GIF community sub and the follow. I'm not sure if that's a bot or not, but whatever. And Scores for the follow as well. Thank you very much. All Washington has to do is just take care of the ball. Which is, yeah, Diamond's just running around. It's smart. Just scramble around. No reason to throw it and risk it getting picked. It's not a bot? Okay. I would hope so. 600 bits! Jesus Christ! Well, I guess we've started a donation war now. The ending of this game might not be very good, but the chat's still having a good time, clearly. I mean, it's 4th down now. I mean, I guess if Detroit stops them, they'd have, like, barely a chance. But they would need, like, a miracle. But it is 4th and 10, so I guess Detroit's not out of it just yet. If they stop them here on 4th, they'd have the chance. Going corner, picked off! Picked off! Hold the phone! Detroit has a chance! 47 seconds left. That's enough time, barely. But you'd need to somehow pull off a miracle. Going short, got the first. Going downfield, gets blockers! He has blockers! He's going down the field at the 30, at the 25, the 20. Can he go the way? 10-yard line! At the 5, short! He's at the 1! 1-yard line! 28 seconds! They're at the 1! They gotta go quick, though! Going quick! They're going QB scramble! Short! They're at 20 seconds left. They're running their timeout! Timeout called! They're at the goal line! That's their final timeout, though. They're gonna have to hope that they can score quickly if they get the onside kick. 20 seconds left. Detroit is alive. But you gotta get in soon and quickly. You don't have much time left. Reagan jumping back, lobbing, right corner. Caught! Touchdown! Touchdown, Detroit! They only need the onside! Challenge! And Washington's challenging for a quad block. Let's see what the refs rule. Let's check the chat. What are they ruling? Under review. They're reviewing it. So hold the phone. They might not have actually gotten the touchdown there. Let's see what the refs rule. Of that 1,000 bits, Jesus Christ, that's $10 in bits! Jesus Christ, thank you. I'll be honest, I've seen something like this before. I remember it was Final Four Season 50. Baton Rouge lost barely due to they did a pass to the end zone to try and win, and they failed, and they instantly challenged for angling. It wasn't actually angle, but in a situation like this, when you're at risk of losing, yeah, just challenge. It's not really going to hurt you. If you're wrong, then so be it. But if you're right, that helps you. There's no risk. And yeah, it seems that it was denied. There was no flag, so that touchdown is going to stand. And Detroit's be going for the 2-point conversion to try and only be down by a field goal, which would help them. They need this 2-point conversion. Going right corner again. Caught! They got it! 2-point conversion. They're down by 3. They're down by 3! All they need is the field goal and the onside kick. But they need the onside. The game is going to come down to this. Can Detroit recover? The kick is up. Can they get it? And no, they're not going to get it. They're not going to get it. So their dreams are going to be dashed right there. So, no comeback today for Detroit. Washington's going to move on to the Super Bowl. But Detroit, man, they made it close near the end. I mean, if they get a miracle pick here somehow, I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't know, is that illegal touching? I mean, illegal grounding? I don't know, whatever. Is this the real RSN? I think so. I don't really know what you mean by that. Well, there you go. Game lags immediately. Game's over. Detroit made it close near the end, but they couldn't get the onside they needed. And Washington is going to move on to the Super Bowl as Liar, Liar, Liar somehow materialized a jump rope out of thin air. Is this Roblox Sports Network? No, this is Ruby Sports Network. We're different. Fun fact, though, me and them actually both co-streamed Legendary Bowl 37, funnily enough. But no, we're separate. I didn't know of his existence when I made Ruby Sports Network, so it's just coincidental we have the same abbreviation. I didn't find out till later, but yeah. Yeah, there's your ball game. I'm gonna have to go back and look through all the donations, because I kind of turned my attention away from that to focus on the game as it got interesting. We had 600 bits from Test Account. We had 31 from Feature Corey, followed by one more. And then 55 bits from Test Account again. And then 1,000 bits. So just $10 in bits. Jesus. That's definitely the biggest donation I've ever gotten. Future Corey 67 again. Test with 50. And then Corey with 34. Jesus Christ. That is the most bits I've gotten in a single stream ever. Not even either Legendary Bowl I got that much. So thank you guys so much. Jesus. But yeah, let's see the prediction. Wow, yeah, no, 6 people predicted correctly. It said Washington. 3 people voted Detroit, and, well, you're losing all your points. How about the 5 subs? Yeah, the 5 subs. I think I've gotten more than that before, though. I remember there was a game. Kingo Light. Wait, Kingo Light? Is it that? Yeah, that's... Wait, what? Wait, what? Huh? What? Someone brought up a... Well, look, here he is. Well, right there. Look, there he is, apparently. I didn't know he was here. I don't know why he's here. I don't think he was streaming. Is he a player? I don't know. I guess he's here. Okay, well, whatever. I guess that's proof. Look, here's me. This guy right here. This is him. Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm pretty sure there was a game. I think it was a couple years ago. I think it was a year ago. I was streaming. It was a playoff game in LFG where someone, I think I got maybe like 10 gift subs total, I think. So that's the current record for most subs in a stream. But in terms of bits, yeah, this stream is it. That today has the record for most bits in a stream. So again, thank you guys so much for the support. And I guess I'll take this opportunity to once again plug the YouTube. Highlights videos go up there, plus full game replays, plus anything like that. And yeah, even a little special stuff like any hype packages I make for championship games and stuff like that is up there. I might make a highlights video for this game too, so check out there, and I'll be up here on there soon, assuming I actually make it. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. I will look to see if there is anyone to raid. I doubt it though, considering it's 12:39. I do remember I did find someone last time, so I'm gonna check. So don't leave just yet. I'm gonna be looking for someone to raid. Let me just switch over to the intermission. Yes, they do. They do. Twitch does get a percentage of the money, but that's for everything, bits and that. I probably should add the donation link so people can just donate straight to me. I know some people do that. I could probably set that up, but whatever. Let me put up Twitch real quick. Let me see if there's anyone live I can raid. I always like raiding at the end of my streams. You know, give my viewers someone else. And also, it's just neat to see and explore. It gives me opportunity to see what other leagues and streamers there are out there. I don't know. Neat way to look around. Yeah, I'm also gonna have to check and